Great, thank you. Welcome to the March 20th meeting of the Nantucket Memorial Airport Commission. I'll call the meeting to order at 4 o'clock, and I'll start with the script. We're using Zoom for this meeting, which allows the public to participate in the meeting as an attendee. The chair can request that members of the public provide their names for the purpose of keeping accurate minutes for the meeting. And in a preliminary matter, I am Arthur Gasparo, Chair of the Airport Commission. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Ms. Planzer?
Aye.
Mr. Biscarin?
Here.
And myself are the only commissioners currently present. We're not expecting Mr. Marks, and we are expecting Ms. Topham. And the open meeting of the commission is being conducted remotely pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023. Please note that the meeting is being recorded. All attendees are participating by video conference, and take care not to screen share your computer. I'll introduce each speaker on the agenda, and after they conclude their remarks, we'll go to the commissioners. And then any public, if there's public comment items, please remember to mute your phone when you're not speaking, or your computer, and speak clearly. Please do not engage in conversation with other members. Go through the chair. And finally, each vote in this meeting will be conducted by roll call vote. And before we go any further on the agenda, I would like to welcome Commissioner Topham. Ms. Topham, when you can hear us and respond in the affirmative, that would be appreciated, please. So the first item on the agenda is to review and approve the agenda. Is there any questions or comments regarding the agenda? Hearing none, we'll consider that adopted by unanimous consent. And then we have the first item is public comment, and I see Ms. Perry has her hand up. Yes, Ms. Perry, the floor is yours.
Hi there. Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay?
We can.
Excellent. I was just following up on the questions that I had from the last airport meeting. I had asked questions, and then I had also emailed them to the airport's attorney, the manager, and the chair. I just didn't know if you guys had any answers yet for me, and also when that topic might be addressed at your next meeting, or might be agenda items on your next meeting.
Certainly, Ms. Perry. Yes, we're working on all of those questions, and we've really received questions from you and other residents. And I think the most efficient way so that everybody to share the information is to try to answer as many questions as we can at the next commission meeting. So that's our plan. Our plan would be to certainly have follow-up. There'll be an agenda item, whether it's really, specific or related to the same topic as the ramp expansion project, which will, remain on our agenda. We understand the public interest, and we're going to do our best to address as many questions and concerns as we can.
Okay, thank you. One of my questions was when that next meeting was, just because I didn't see it posted yet. I didn't know if you had any.
No, it's not posted yet, but our meetings are the second Tuesday of every month.
Okay, fantastic.
I can give you the date if I don't have it right here, but
that's stellar.
That would be on the 9th, April 9th.
April 9th. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Sure thing. Thank you.
Do you think the permits that I was looking for might be available prior to that?
I don't know what, like I said, I know that the staff and council are working on it, but I'm not involved. I think we'll do our best.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Do we have any other public comment for items not otherwise on the agenda? Not seeing any. So with that, we'll move on to pending leases and contracts set forth on Exhibit 1, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Carberg.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. I have 3 items on Exhibit 1, which are in your packet. And again, my apologies. We just couldn't have these ready for the regularly scheduled meeting. The first item is a contract amendment with McFarland Johnson for $77,741. This is an amendment to the existing task order for design services for employee housing and development. Specifically, page 2 of the contract outlines the services that were we asked of the architect that were not in the original scope, and these were design of ensuite bathrooms to replace the common bathrooms, revisions to the HVAC system, assistance with project applications at HDC, and design for the extension of the municipal sewer line to the project. And those took up most of the extra design cost. The second item is a new contract with McFarland Johnson for $168,800. This is design services for the runway 624 centerline rehabilitation. This would be an ASMP project at 90% FAA share and 5% state share. This is to design temporary improvements to our main runway. We will mill and overlay the top few inches surrounding the center line. So a depth of 2 to 4 inches, a width of 3 to 5 feet to extend the center line life. It's experiencing some pretty significant cracking now. And this will quite literally buy us a few years until we need to pursue a complete runway reconstruction project. And then the third item is a contract amendment with McFarland Johnson for $167,100. And this is for design services for upgraded concrete hard stands for our air carrier ramp at the terminal. This is to accommodate the heavier A220 design aircraft, as well as the larger design group 3 aircraft that we're going to expect to need to accommodate over the next couple of years. We are competing this project for Mass DOT ASMP funding. That's an 80% cost share. But again, I emphasize we're competing for this funding. It's not like an AIP project where this funding is guaranteed. We're confident, but we can't count on it. Happy to take any questions on those 3 projects.
Thank you, Mr. Carberg. Does anybody have any questions on the projects?
No, but I did notice there was a discrepancy in the amount on that page, on the first one, by $400 or something. One of it.
Oh.
Correct. So in the task order, it says $77,341, and on the exhibit 1, it says $77,741. Just for safety's sake, I would ask for the $77,741 since it's the higher amount, and we can retroactively correct that if needed.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, just to explain, it's my mistake. It's a typo on the exhibit 1, but the total amount of the new contract is correct on both places. So it's the $77,341.
Okay, so we can just vote it per the draft contract,
Right.
Yes.
not per the exhibit. Okay. Thank you for that. No problem. Are there any other questions? Good catch, Ms. Planzer. And is there any other questions on the projects or the contracts? Hearing not, is there a motion to approve the 2 contract amendments and the new contract?
So moved.
And is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Planzer, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Buscarin?
Aye.
Ms. Topham, can you hear us? Okay, I see she's on, but the chair will vote aye, and I believe that will approve the 3 contracts. Moving on to the next item on the agenda, which is commissioners' comments. Oh, hello, Ms. Topham.
Hi there. I pushed the right button this time.
Were you able to hear our discussion
Yes,
on the
I did.
contracts?
I agree.
And do you vote to approve?
I did, yes, thank you.
Okay, very good, thank you. And so now we're at commissioners' comments. Are there any comments for items not otherwise on the agenda and or suggestions for future agenda items? Hearing
No.
none, and I don't see any members of the public, so I would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Topham, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Planzer,
Aye.
Ms. Viscarin,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. Thank you all.